Welcome to Running Plays with Coach P. Wade. I am Coach P. Wade. And y'all, it's been a crazy, phenomenal week for me. I have been on vacation, enjoying my time. I was able to go out to Tulum, Mexico for my anniversary trip. And it was amazing. I feel so refreshed, so rejuvenated. My voice is gone a little bit. I don't know if I'm sick. I don't feel weak or anything like that. I do have a sore throat, but that comes with it. But overall, it was an amazing time. And as I was out there, I know I've had people talk to me about things they wanted to hear me speak on, and time management was one. And as I was on PTO, I'm on vacation and I'm chilling. I still notice that I remain in a lot of the routines that I've set for myself. And it's great because even on vacation, I still prioritize me, my mental health, my wellness, my all of that stuff, the physical, the emotional, all those things. So I was like, I wanted to really come back and talk about time management because I don't know if you all know, I'm not a full-time content creator. This is not like my job. I work a corporate job in headquarters at a major company. We'll say that. And I have a big a big job, right? So I have a lot going on. I put about 45 to 50 hours in the office. Also, I have a commute, which comes to close to 4 hours each day, Monday through Friday. So I'm on the road a lot. I'm doing a lot of different things. So when it comes to balancing, I feel like I have it figured out, and I want to be able to give you all some tips on how you can figure it out in your life as well. Because yes, I do content. Yes, I have my job. Yes, I am a wife. Yes, I am a bonus mom. All these different roles. I'm an auntie. Like, I do so many things, and I do my best at making sure I'm filling all buckets, with me being the first bucket, of course. But I believe that you can do it, but you're going to have to first shift your mindset. So we're going to go into that and talk about that tonight on how you can be better at managing your time, because I get it. Life is hectic and we're all trying to do these different things. I recently put out a video about creating more income. How do you do that? How do you do that when you don't have the time? And that's what we're going to talk about. I was researching some things and I read some crazy statistics that most people spend about 2.5 hours a day on their phone, on social media per se. And that's about 17 hours per week. And some people do more, but that's like an average, right? And I'm like, wow, that's pretty mind blowing. But when you think about it, think about how your phone gets that notification and you just look down to check it. Maybe it's a ESPN, a sports alert. Maybe it's a news alert. Maybe it's something from social and you just want to check that one notification, but then 30 minutes passes by. Maybe an hour passes by for some of you. Like, how common is that, right? It happens pretty frequently. So we have to figure out how to navigate this world and this climate that we live in, because years ago it wasn't like this. We're so overstimulated and we're busy. So I'm going to get to it here in a second, but I just want us to really think about that. Like, how are you spending your time and how can you better manage your time? So I have 5 tips that I want to give you all that really, really work for me. And the first tip that I'm going to give you is that you are in control of your time. And what I mean by that is a lot of times, okay, we all got the 24 hours in a day. A lot of times, because we have a job, because we have kids, because we have partners, because we have friends, because we have all these different things, it kind of feels like you're not really in control of your time, in control of your day. But you have to shift your perspective on who's in control of your time. You are. Yes, I have a job. Yes, I have to be there for an allotted amount of hours, but I'm still in control of how I'm going to do my day. And what I mean by that is, for instance, if you have a job and you have to be there by 9 a.m. and you are coming up with the excuse of, I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to start my side hustle I want to start. I don't have time to date, or whatever the case may be for you, right? I don't have time to go back to school. I don't know. It could be many reasons, right? Think about how you're breaking down your day. If you had to get to work at 9 a.m., are you waking up at 7 a.m., getting dressed for work, driving to work, going to work, coming home, and then you're just going to like, okay, I come home, I cook, and I prep for the next day. That's called like a rinse and repeat. Or are you saying, okay, since I have to be to work at 9, I am now going to get up earlier because I need a few more hours so I can now wake up and grab my laptop and work on that business idea, put some words on paper, right? Or start that book. That's what I had to do. Y'all know I wrote a book. I had to figure out when was I going to do this, what time was going to be dedicated. For me, I rise at 5. You don't have to rise at 5, but you have to figure out what are those blocks throughout the day to get those things that you need to get done. If it's working out, maybe you have to get up 2 hours or an hour earlier than you normally would so you can work out. If it's getting more into your spiritual life, maybe you have to get up a little bit earlier so you can do that. You all know my regimen, and if you don't, I'll break it down. I get up at 5 and I give an hour to myself, but within that hour, I do so much. I do my daily affirmations. I sit in silence and I do prayer. I journal. I look at videos so I can work on how I'm going to improve myself. Or I read psychology books. I read whatever book I'm reading at the time for the month. And then I do a little exercising. I do that 10-minute increments for 6 things. And that's an hour that I'm dedicating to myself. You can do that too, but you have to shift your mind and say, I am in control of my time. The way my time is going to work throughout the day is in my hands, right? So get it out of your head that everyone else is in control of your time and figure out the slot that you can allot for whatever the thing is that you need to work on, okay? So that's going to be tip number 1. Tip number 2, this is a hard one, and it took me a long time to do this one, y'all. I'm going to keep it real. Learn to say no. Whew, that's a hard one. Learning to say no, like I always say, if you're saying yes to others, are you saying no to yourself? And what I mean by that is when you're saying yes to your family member or your friend that wants to do something and you really, maybe you're tired. Maybe you know you need to be working on something else. Maybe you had a workout plan for the time that they want you to do whatever. You have to get comfortable saying no and not feel like you're letting someone down or you're hurting someone's feelings. You're not letting anyone down. You're doing something for yourself. So by saying no, you can, retrieve whatever energy you need. You can get your rest. You can work on what you need to work on. Whatever the case may be for you, right? You can study. You can work out. You do whatever you want. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Today, I had someone ask me, and this is crazy, and I had to say no, but I'm so strong in saying it because I know what I need for myself. I just came from vacation. I had a friend hit me up tonight. It was like, hey, do you want to go to the Atlanta Hawks game? Y'all, I love going to NBA games. But I had to tell my friend no. And I didn't think about it as hurting her feelings or letting her down. I thought about it as I head back to work tomorrow. I got things that I need to do to get back into my routine. I know I needed to make videos for the week because I do my content. I have to make it because I can't make it in the middle of my workflow. I try to make it ahead of time. I know I needed to just be resting. Like, yes, I'm recording a video, but I'm not driving on a commute to Atlanta. I'm not going to be out till 11 o'clock. So being comfortable in saying no to, your friends, your family, that's going to really help you out with your time. The third thing is being aware of idle mode. And that's just, I don't know if that's like a real thing. I created idle mode, but that's just like getting on your phone and next thing you know, an hour has passed by. Maybe you're, I don't know, like some people do a thing like at night, they just scroll on their phone or first thing in the morning, you just scroll on your phone. I think a lot of the idle mode comes because of our phone, but be aware of that. If you notice yourself just scrolling, you're probably not even looking at anything. And then also do this thing like, well, this is something I say to myself, like, are you really going to spend your time watching other people's lives? No. And if it's something that's where it's going to help me improve, that's cool. Like I'll sit and watch Jamal Bryant's sermons. I'm going to watch Trent Shelton's podcast. I might look at my podcast so I can learn different ways or, maybe I need to improve this, right? But I'm not just going to be sitting watching celebrities' lives and reading about their news and then go telling my sister and no. Like that's crazy. I've done that for a long time. Y'all, like I loved Housewives of Atlanta, one of my favorite shows back in the day. Man, all of them, the Love and Hip Hops, all that stuff. I used to like truly enjoy watching that stuff All right, I'm back. I think my phone was ringing. But yeah, like Housewives of Atlanta, all that stuff. I used to truly, truly enjoy watching that stuff. But I was wasting my time, y'all. And time is literally like they say time is money. No, time is not money. Time is way more valuable than money because you can get more money. You cannot get more time. I'm gonna say that one more time just so you can hear that. You can make more money. You cannot make more time. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's literally the most valuable thing that we have. And I don't want people going around wasting their life watching other people's lives. Like when you actually sit and think about that, that's crazy. So be careful on being in idle mode. Number four is very important. Get organized. Organize your life. So for me, some tips I want to give you is I have a schedule. I use my calendar on my phone. I'm not really like a handwritten type calendar. I try where you can write on the board and erase it with the dry eraser. Doesn't work for me. Might work for you, but I like it in my phone because you always have your phone on you, right? So I put every single thing in my calendar. If I need to be working on something, it's going to pop up in my calendar. If I have an event that I'm going to, it's going to be in my calendar. I share my calendar with my wife so we can be on the same page. Organizing your life is very important, and not just like scheduling like in that sense, but writing down your to-do list for the day. And be careful on this one because sometimes people write down a to-do list, then you can write down 30 things. Then at the end of the day, you look at it and you'll feel like a failure. Like, man, I only did 2 things. So be careful with writing a to-do list. Like really prioritize what needs to get done. And maybe you just need to have 3 to 5 things on your to-do list and not a full 30. Or there's a Tom Brady approach. He was talking about it in an interview. I want to make sure I said like what he said, but he was saying focus like each hour, having what you're going to do for each hour. So 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. What are you going to be doing? What's those important things, right? If it's one thing, put one thing, 9 to 10. So then you're like really breaking down your day. You could put 2 to 3 things and you could reset. So 8 to 9, I'm supposed to work on a paper. At 9 o'clock, if you didn't work on that paper, reset. If that was your priority for the day, put that from 9 to 10, whatever the case may be for your schedule. But really get serious about organizing your day, creating to-do lists. If there's any way you can automate it in your phone or task, whatever, because there's a lot of apps out there right now. But for me, my calendar works. For my to-do list, it's weird. I do like writing down my to-do list on paper because I like to be able to mark it out and I go that way. But really managing that. And when I say for the calendar, I have a son, so he does track, he does football. He has all these different things. So knowing when, okay, yes, I'm getting off work, I have a commute, I may have to pick him up. It could be different things, but really blocking out your day so you can have good time management. Planning your meals for the week, planning your dinner. Is it Sunday I do it? Saturday night. Every Saturday, because I like to go grocery shopping Sunday. Every Saturday, we write out our meals for the week. Lunch, dinner. I'm not really breakfast, but we get all the stuff for the household. We go Sunday grocery shopping. We know exactly what we're going to eat. If we're going to make something Monday and it's going to be leftovers Tuesday. So then that way we know who's cooking because we all cook different dishes in the house. So knowing all that stuff is very important. If you live alone, knowing, cooking, maybe meal prepping. So that takes away from you having to come in Monday from work and cooking. You've already cooked it on Sunday. So all that stuff is so important. Organizing your life. And the last tip, the 5th and final tip I'm going to give you is do not disturb, D&D. Put your phone on do not disturb. Put your phone in sleep mode. Put your phone in focus mode. I do all those things because that's the only way you can block out the noise because you're going to get it. You're going to get your news alerts. You're going to get your social media notifications. Someone's going to call or text you. And if you're anything like me, if someone calls me, texts me a notification, I don't like being on a cliffhanger, y'all. I'm going to go see what that says. I need to know right now. If my mom texts me, I need to open it. If somebody's calling, I'm probably going to answer it. Those are just things. But in order for me, because I know how I am, putting myself on do not disturb, it will not come through. So I'm not disturbed. And then I see it after I complete whatever task was at hand. I have to do that at work sometimes too, because I want to engage with people on social media. I know I'm making a video. I want to engage with my followers. But I got to focus on my work stuff. So I got to go in focus mode when I'm at work so I can focus on work, put this to the side until the end of the day. Then I come back. So those are things that I would say to help with time management that really could probably change your life. I know it's very hard because I know people like you want like me and my sister were talking yesterday about having multiple streams of income. Like we have side businesses, we have a tax company. My sister does shoes or sells shoes. We both have corporate jobs. We're both wives, we're both moms. Like we do all these things. We still make time to, spend time with our friends. We go to the gym. Like we do all this stuff. And people are like, how do y'all do it all? It really starts here. It's a mindset shift. I feel like I can't do it all. I feel like I'm not really living like if I'm just going day to day and not accomplishing anything. And and that's no jab at anybody. I want to make sure I say that. But for me, I like to get shit done. Like that's just how I operate. That's down to if it's my turn to, I don't want to say my turn, but if I'm going to do the laundry here and there, I'm going to say here and there, let me keep it real. I don't do it that much. But I'll put that in my calendar. I need to make sure I get it knocked out. I want to make sure I'm really managing my life. Like I've been a manager of people. I've done all these things, but managing your life is the most important thing that you can do. One more thing, I forgot to say it. When you're scheduling or writing down things, because I don't know if anybody's like this, if you're creative, write things like if you have things that are in your head that you need to get out, because you could spend a lot of idle time, just thinking too. I know I used social media as an example earlier, but some of your idle time can really just be in here. I do that often where I'm thinking of what I can do or I'm thinking of an idea. But one thing I had to do is start getting it out. I use voice memos or I use the notes in my phone. Like if it's an idea for later on, I have to get it out. I'll go into my phone to the voice memo and I may record it. I heard this thing one time. It says the brain is for having ideas, not holding them. And that allows me to release it, whether it's to paper or whether it's to the audio. So that's it, y'all. That's what I wanted to leave y'all with today on time management. I hope this was helpful. Hope, some of these tips help you out. I apologize again for my voice. I appreciate you if you already follow me. I always forget to say this, but if you're new to this channel, please like it, please share it, please subscribe. I'm coming with new content all the time, positivity, fun. I'm bringing more of my family into it. So, please follow me. Put the notification bell up there so anytime I make a new video, you'll be alerted. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. Someone said this quote one day about time. The bad news is that time flies, but the good news is that you're the pilot. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. And y'all, I'm out. See you next time.